This is an update. Remember the cop who was about to violate the rights of an arrested citizen? And a good cop stepped in, grabbed him, and then the bad cop decided to choke the good cop. The good cop is a female employee. The bad cop is this veteran sergeant, all right? Well, guess what? The police union got involved, and do you think they're taking the side of the good cop or the bad cop? Both of them are cops, right? Let's put up the graphic of when Sergeant Christopher Police choked his fellow officer. This is a veteran police sergeant. This sergeant has been placed on administrative leave, is now under criminal investigation. Sergeant Police, I'm gonna give you the background to what happened and the update. This sergeant, armed with mace, was trying to mace a suspect already handcuffed, already inside of the police cruiser. This is what happened. This is how it went down. When the female officer saw this, she grabbed the belt of the sergeant and removed the sergeant from the suspect. She has a duty to do that, by the way, because in their state, last year, they passed a law called duty to intervene, which means when you see something that a cop is doing or about to do that is criminal, you will be charged with the crime if you don't stop it. So she has a duty to intervene. She intervened, okay? Let's show the picture of her grabbing the belt. Let's have the picture up again. All right, so she grabbed the belt, she does this, way to go, hero cop, right? Good person, way to go. Young cop doing what she has to do, and is a superior at that. Pepper spray still in one hand, police grabs the female officer by the throat. Then moving his hand to her shoulder, he pushes her against a patrol car. That's what he did, okay? This is violent, this is a violent attack. There were officers watching this. Did any of them defend their fellow officer? No. Did any of them even stand up and say, Sarge, you gotta stop, Sarge? No. Did they flinch? No. They would have allowed that sergeant to go ham on this woman, knowing that she probably just saved all of them from getting a damn charge. You gotta think about what her actions have done. This was being recorded. The fact that she intervened has likely stopped the attorney general and the local DA from charging all of the cops who refused to intervene. See how that works? She saved all of them. The story gets deeper. During a Sunrise City Commission meeting on Tuesday, the president of the local Fraternal Order of Police took issue with the recent comments by Police Chief Anthony Rosa, who called the sergeant's actions disgusting in an interview with Miami's Channel 7 News. So literally the police chief says, here's what happened. Good cop grabbed a bad cop. The bad cop was wrong. The sergeant's actions were disgusting. I'm proud of this good cop. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what the police chief said. And then the head of the police union comes in, put his picture up again, and he decides to go after the chief and the officer who followed the law. It's not about Chief Rosa's exclusive interview with Channel 7. It's more about the investigation itself. That's what the president of the Fraternal Order of Police said, Stephen Negron. He's, in a way, our only juror, this president of the local union said, calling for Chief Rosa to be removed from the investigation. All of a sudden, they don't want an internal investigation? I thought unions, police unions liked internal investigations. Now, what do you see? They only like them when they're going in the direction they're pushing. Here's the other part. This is the police union. Why are they not standing up for the officer who was attacked? You have to ask yourself this question. Are they really for police, or are they for a particular behavior in policing? Because I see two cops. I see a clear good cop and a clear bad cop. The police union, they decided to take the side of the bad cop, and they're going after the good cops who are standing up to the culture of corruption there. You have your juror stating that the subject person did certain things inappropriate, disgusting, wrong, and in any trial, if you heard that from a juror, you would recuse him immediately. Well, the police chief is not a jury member. The police chief is the police chief, and well within his authority to say what a thing is. We need more people like him. So the commissioners rejected this request from the union chief, noting that the chief was also being criticized for not acting swiftly enough. Sunrise Mayor Michael Ryan even compared the case to the George Floyd murder. When it seemed like a civil discussion was beginning to wrap up, tension started to spiral out of control. Now, I don't have the audio, but I have the transcript. Let's put up this first person. All right, this is Commissioner Joseph Squattle. Made comments defending the sergeant who attacked the officer, saying the case had been spun in a way that's so ridiculous. This commissioner also reportedly called the suspect that was arrested a piece of That's what he said. The suspect is a piece of, and the case has nothing to do with George Floyd. Well, another commissioner spoke up. Let's put his picture up. This brother spoke up. Commissioner Mark Douglas, who is black, responded by asking the former commissioner that spoke if he was blaming the incident on the suspect. I'm sure George Floyd was a piece of ish who caused it too, Douglas said sarcastically. What are you defending? Shut up, Joey. The brother told him to shut up. All right, good for him. Don't tell me to shut up, the commissioner responded. Let's put his picture back. Don't tell me to shut up. I'm telling you to shut up, Douglas said. What are you going to do? He responded, don't tell me to shut up. What do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Tough guy? According to Channel 7, the commission quickly took recess after trial. After that, back and forth. And the internal investigation is still happening. So they got into it. I really wish I could, play the audio. We don't have the audio, but we got the transcript. They were close enough to come to blows. They did not. They did keep telling each other to shut the hell up. All right, Jackson, thoughts here?
Yeah, well, like you said, they have a their unchallenged authority is now being challenged more and more and more. And so that just general fear of losing that power is what would drive that. We can't allow these laws to inch further and further, because if we are held to account, then we'll get held more and more to account. But also, just from a professional perspective, this 28-year-old woman is young, and this is gonna shape her experience and just her psychological standing of the job and what she's gonna have to deal with. And two, from the other perspective, from the other side, my man, like this grown man who just like I can't control myself when I'm angry. Like, well, then maybe, clearly then you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. But it's like, I can't think of any circumstance where I would just lose control. Like, I just couldn't help myself. I had to put my hands around her throat and slam her against the car. I'm so sorry. Like, this guy's dangerous, and you're defending him.
I tell police officers all the time, don't let their uniform change you.
Yeah.
Don't let it change you. Under any other circumstance, if those officers did not have on their uniform and they saw a guy like that choking a woman that's basically half the size of the guy, they would have responded. They would have had a natural response to stop it. None of them did. That uniform changes people.